All right, so this is kind of cool. We're gonna go into a time machine. I'm actually turning 40 years old later this year, which I can't even believe. Like, what would happen if I could go back to when I was 20 years old, 20 years ago? Like, what would I do different? I mean, don't get me wrong, the journey's been amazing. It got me here. But I kind of want to know, if I could do it faster, what would I do different? There are three things. There are three moments that would have changed everything. And if I can keep you from making these mistakes, then maybe you'll go even faster than I did. So when I got my first mentor, one of the things that he told me was, okay, Kris, this is where you're at. You've been at your job for a year. You need to be there for another 14 months to create the 2 years. So my first mentor basically told me to wait 14 months. And during that time, he said, hey, traditionally get yourself into a primary residence. You need 2 years at your job. He said, you only have 2 credit cards. You should get another one. So you should have 2 to 3 credit cards. And then he said, make sure you keep your credit clean. So I was making good choices with my credit. And then the last one was, Kris, save up $5,000. Now, I want to pause for a moment. This game plan did allow me to buy my first house that kicked off my entire investment career. And honestly, it's amazing looking back and seeing that worked. But you know what I'm more amazed at? I'm more amazed that I stuck with that game plan for 14 months. I mean, can you imagine 14 months of doing this and that's how you're gonna make money in real estate? Man, talk about the slow path, talk about the patient path. I'm so glad that when I work with young people these days, I'm not like, okay, I want you to do nothing for 1 or 2 years, like drive me nuts. If I could go back to the beginning and I knew what I knew now, I'm telling you right now, that would not be my game plan. These are good things to do, but should you allow these things to get in your way of investing now? No, friends, waiting means that you're believing in some excuse that's keeping you from taking action today. I don't care how young you are. For those of you that are like 18, 19, 20 and your parents are telling you that you're too young, or for some of you that are feeling like it's too late and you're too old, listen up. Bull crap. It's garbage. Lesson number 1, don't wait. The second thing is that once I did get on a roll a couple years later, I started finding deals left and right. And if I didn't have the money to do the deal, I just let the deal pass by. So I was finding good deals and I wasn't taking action on them. I only took action on some of them. Knowing what I know today, if there's a really good deal and you can't do it, do you realize that you can give it to somebody else and it's called wholesaling? And they can write you a $5,000 or a $10,000 check saying, dude, you did the legwork. I get that you can't buy it. Thank you. But better yet, don't wholesale it. Bring a partner on. Say, you know what? I got this deal. I've done other deals. Will you do the deal with me? Partnering was actually something that I stumbled into. It was my father-in-law that believed in me, and he actually offered to go in 50-50, and we bought homes. And it was only a couple years after that that I realized that I could actually bring on multiple partners. So I did figure it out. Didn't pick it up in a seminar, didn't learn it in a course, didn't read it in a book. I had to discover it. If I could go back, then I would take these good deals and I would start partnering sooner. If you have a good deal, there's always money. That's the lesson. So before we move on to number 3, lesson number 1, don't wait. Lesson number 2, if you have a good deal, there's always money for a good deal. And the third lesson is like the most brutal lesson. Like, I hate even opening my mouth and saying this to you because I'm like, listen, as well off as I am, I'm telling you right now, I've lost out on tens of millions of dollars because of this one right here, which is when I was finding all of these good deals and I had more and more partners, I got to a point where I got so much contentment that I didn't duplicate my results. I don't know what it is, but people do this sometimes. It's painful. It's like everything's working for you and then you get distracted on something different. How many of you know what I'm talking about? You get engaged with something, you're getting fruit, you're getting results, and then you don't maximize it, you don't optimize it. Dude, my world today revolves around optimization. And I feel like I'm going back and I'm repenting for some really bad mistakes because you know what? I wasn't duplicating my results that were successfully working. And now I've put them on steroids so that I can be duplicating as fast and as much as I possibly can. So if this lesson is don't wait, this one says there's always money. Here's what this last one is. This one is always continue doing what works. Friends, if I could come back and my time machine pop back 20 years, those are 3 things that only I myself could teach myself today. Hey, it's not too late for me because I did figure it out. I could have been more effective or more efficient, but I'm inviting you to be faster than me. I'm inviting you to create wealth more meaningful than me. I'm inviting you to do something and surpass what my previous results are. And friends, these are the 3 biggest lessons that I have learned. You know, I worked with a mentor once who had gone bankrupt twice. And I was hanging out with a friend that said, why are you mentoring with that guy? Like, he's been bankrupt. He's failed. And I looked at him and I said, I would rather mentor with someone that has been on top of the mountain repeatedly and then has made decisions that put them back down, because they can teach you what works and they can also teach you what didn't work. Today, I'm teaching my 3 biggest failings from my past, but I'm also telling you that I'm standing today victorious on top of the mountain, and I'm inviting you to join me on that mountain. Click the link below in the description. Learn how you can mentor with me. This is just the beginning of the journey. The reality is I can help you get where you want to go way faster than I ever did, as long as you're open-minded and teachable. It is a screening process. My team is going to interview you, but hey, if you pass, then it means I get to mentor you and I get to help transport you to the top of that mountain. You do your part, I do my part, and it's going to work awesome. Hey guys, make sure you subscribe, ring that bell so I can let you know about tomorrow's video when it comes out. And for the rest of you, click the link below, get my free book, get with me and my team, and let's start making some real estate happen today.